Many businesses lose leads because they are slow. So in today's video, I want to show you how to build an AI system with a voice agent that takes the lead from Airtable, calls them automatically, logs the conversation, and follows up them by email without you doing anything. This is a real AI automation workflow built for actual businesses. We keep the stack simple, focusing on what really matters. So lead outreach, lead qualification, and follow up in a way that's going to be useful for AI builders and business owners. Let's get into it. All right, so before starting, I want to show you how the automation looks like. So what's going to happen? We have VAPI, that's our voice agent. As said before, VAPI is going to take the lead from Airtable. If the lead is qualified, VAPI calls the lead and then logs HTTP request. It's a module that gets the lead from VAPI and logs all the information on Airtable. And finally, we're going to follow up the lead automatically in 60 seconds. Great. So first thing first, it's Tally. Tally, it's a website where you can create a form that the lead is gonna fill out, right? So you click home and you click on new form, and then you decide the title and press enter to start from scratch, and you can decide every voice of the form. I already created mine. After creating the form, you're gonna see this dashboard here, and you have to you can go to share, copy, and paste the link, and you can actually see if the form is working. Yeah, it's online, so we are good. And then go back to Tally, and you go and now it's time to go to integrations, and you can connect Tally with the module that we're going to use to store our information. That's Airtable. So you click on connect. I'm already connected, and then you need to see if there's a green light. You need to also to set up Airtable. So go on to Airtable, sign up for free, and you're gonna see this dashboard in front of you. Create a project. I created mine. It's lead base 2. So this is the name of the project. This is the name of the spreadsheet, lead context 2. Make sure that you are renaming the project as lead base, lead context, and then you just need to create different section with different names. So for example, here we have name, and as I shown in the first video, this is the label of the section, and this is the category of the section. In this case, a single line text for a name, single line text for a last name. In the case of the email, it's an email section. Phone number, it's a phone number section, and then company name is a short text. Budget is currency, and then we have notes, that's long text. Create it on, and then qualification. To create this section, you just have to click here, and you open the chat with the chatbot with the AI inside Airtable, and you can copy and paste this prompt. So create an AI field called qualification that sets the lead as qualified or not qualified based on whether the budget is greater than or equal than 10,000 or equal to 10,000. And then you click, you send it, and you will be able to see qualification, qualified section, this one. And then we're gonna add also 3 other section after that. When you create the qualification section, make sure that that you are turning on automatic generation, and this is the prompt. So we are asking Airtable to qualify the lead. Save, and then create these other 3 sections. One is contacted on as a date, and call summary as a long text, and then interest as a checkbox. After we have done Airtable, you go back to Tally, and as I show you, you can connect with Airtable. Make sure that you're choosing the right project. In this case, it's lead base 2, and we know that's connected. Great. So we can go back to Tally, to make.com, left bar scenario, create a scenario, and plus, and we're gonna add our first module. As explained in the first video, every time that we in make.com that we choose a module, we have to choose the action that we want the module to do for us. In this case, it's watch records. I'm already connected. In case you are not connected because yours is your first time, go back to lead base, and then up here you can see Airtable logo, and top right you see your account letter. Click account, and you will be able to see this section API, and then go to Developer Hub and click to create token. So you're going to receive a token that you can copy and paste the token to connect Airtable. After that, you're going to be able to see exactly what I have in front of me. So lead base 2, we're going to select that one, and then we select lead context 2. Trigger field is created on. label field is company name, and then limit, I'm gonna put 1, but you can choose 10. So this is the maximum number of records that Airtable is gonna return. For a demo, is 1 is perfect. If this build is for your business, I recommend you to insert 10. And then formula, it's qualification equals to qualify, this one. And we save. Then you can select from now on, and we are all set with Airtable. After that, the second module is VAPI. So click add a module, and we select VAPI, create a call. Now, before storing all the information, I want to show you how VAPI works. So click here. So Google VAPI build voice agent, so the website, and then you can log in. After login, you'll see this interface in front of you. And what you have to do is just go to left bar, assistants. I already created my assistant. His name is Jacob for this project. And you can select the name here. You can choose the name that you want. And down the name, you can see an ID. This is the assistant ID that's going to be useful for us after to connect VAPI to make.com. So this is important. And then here, there are some features. For example, his voice, it's Elliot. I recommend you to use Elliot because it's like really has some really good human features, but you can choose many different features and assistant that have different personalities. You can also choose, for example, the background sound. For me is a default, but you can choose like Office to make it more realistic as possible. Then here you can select the GPT version. In this case, I'm using GPT 4.1. That's pretty good. And then here, this is really important because we can see the first message and the prompt. So imagine, guys, that in this build, we are representing, we are a real estate company. So our business is real estate. We are B2C. Our client can maybe want to buy house, maybe want to sell, or want to invest. So we are offering these three services. And it's important that the voice agent, our assistant, knows properly what's the context and what he has to do for us. So this section is for that. And the first message is what he is going to say to the customer. Hey, to the lead, sorry. Hey, this is Jacob calling on behalf of One Blanco Real Estate. It's not a good time to talk about your business need. And then you can also select if you want the assistant to speak first or to wait for the user. I choose him to speak first. And then here's the prompt. I can expand it for you. The important thing is that we don't want to overwhelm the assistant with too many informations. So we want to give information that can be consistent, and they're going to give us what we want. So the role is that you are a friendly, knowledgeable representative. This is a context. So who you are working for. One Blanco Real Estate helps buyers, sellers, and investors navigate. You are calling a lead who previously showed interest in One Blanco because the lead filled out the form. So we're saying the context, and then the goal of the call is, would you like us to send an email to schedule a free consultation? So this call is a bridge between the lead, the inbound lead, and the conversion. In this case, for a real estate business, the conversion is a free consultation, right? If it's a catering business, the conversion is the offer, the final proposal. So there are different conversions depending on the business. So we have to adapt the call to our conversion. In this case, it's a free consultation. So we want that the lead receive this call. We grab more information from the call. We store all of this information, and then instantly we send an email to our lead saying, do you want to book a free consultation? If you want to do it, this is the link. We can move to the other section. So we go to analysis. Now, what we asking to VAPI? So we want a summary as a string, so as a text, and then we want to monitor like a success evaluation. We want to know if from the assistant, we want to know if the call was successful or not successful. So if you want to have the summary, I already here have a summary, but if it's your first project with VAPI, just click on add structure output, and then here you have to choose the format. Because we want a summary, we're gonna choose a string, and then here you can click the description. You can use this description. You are an expert note taker and strategist. Write 2-3 sentences summarizing the call. I like the lead's pain points, goals, and interest level. Never write generic summaries. Every summary must feel like it was written specifically for this one person. So I already have this summary ready, so I'm going to go back, but you can select it, or you can just copy and paste it, and then we need to add a success evaluation also output. So to add the success evaluation, click on add monitor, and then here click on add new monitor. Great. And then top right, new monitor, you enter the name, success evaluation, what data category, so is effectiveness, so we want to know if the call was effective or no, and then copy and paste this prompt. So you are an expert call evaluator, you will be given a transcript of a call and the system prompt of the AI participant. Did the recipient express interest in receiving a proposal? If yes, the call is considered successful. If not, it's not successful. So you can save. Last thing that we have to do is we can go back here, click assistant, and then advanced. From the settings, here are the settings that I choose for my assistant. You can use this one. I think they are really good for a smooth conversation. So this is the start speaking plan and stop speaking plan. So all the setting for our assistant during the call. And then voicemail detection usually is off. Make sure that you are selecting VAPI recommended. If it's your first time after it published, so you're gonna save all of these informations. And then last step is to go to the left bar, click here, phone number, and you're gonna create a new phone number that already created. You can select a phone number from the US, just in the US. We have all set. We go back to make.com and we are ready to select assistant ID. If it's your first time, the assistant ID is here. So you just click assistant and it's the top of the page. You copy and paste it. Phone number ID is already set for me, but if it's your first time, phone number ID is here. So you go phone number and the same is here at the top of the page. And then number, we select phone from Airtable. And we are all set. So you click on save and VAPI is done. So now we're gonna try to run once to see how's the call working and if we made everything properly. So I'm gonna go to Tally. I can insert some dummy data just to receive the call. Make sure that you are inserting the budget that's more or equal than $10,000 because in that case we can qualify. Airtable is gonna qualify the lead for us, and then I want to sell my house. That's my need, and then I submit. So first thing, we're gonna make sure that Airtable received the information, and yes, so you can see here the information that I just fill out the form with, so budget, company name, and everything. But we don't have this section because we still didn't have a call. So let's run the scenario manually. I can run once, and then let's wait for the call. Okay, it's calling me, and I answer.
Hello, hey, this is Jacob calling on behalf of Blanco Real Estate. It's now a good time to talk about your business need.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Thanks for taking a minute. So just to give you a quick idea, Juan Blanco Real Estate helps people buy, sell, or invest in properties. The team basically handles everything from finding the right place to closing the deal, so you're never left figuring it out alone. Just to get a sense of where you're at, are you mainly looking for help with buying, selling, or maybe investing in real estate right now?
I want to sell.
Got it. You're looking to sell. Thanks for sharing that. Is there anything in particular that's felt like a bottleneck or just a lot of manual work for you in the selling process so far?
Yeah, manual work and also trying to find buyers, and I need someone that helps me.
Yeah, totally. That makes a lot of sense. It can definitely get overwhelming trying to juggle all those moving parts on your own. Thanks for sharing that. Honestly, it sounds like there's a real opportunity here to make things smoother for you. Would it be helpful if I sent an email to schedule a quick consultation? That way we can talk through your property goals, answer any questions, and walk you through the next steps. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll get that sent over to the email we have on file. Really appreciate your time today and looking forward to showing you what we can do.
Okay,
Have
bye.
a great one.
Thank you. Okay, so the call is working, but now the problem is that we have this information, but we don't have a way to get this information from VAPI and to move them in our workflow. So we need a module that gets information from VAPI and moves the information through the module. So we need, first of all, we're going to create a tool that's a sleep tool, because if we don't have a delay, all the workflow is going to mess up because we're having a call, but information are moving. So we need to stop the information for 5 minutes, let's say, that are 300 seconds. So for 5 minutes, the information will be delayed, and then after the call, we have more information that that the automation is gonna move to the other modules. So after the sleep tool, select another tool, and in this case, we're gonna select HTTP module, make a request. Authentication type is not authentication, and your URL, we're gonna get it from VAPI. So first of all, I want to explain you what's HTTP module. It's a module that basically it's a key to enter VAPI and to get information from VAPI. So HTTP module knocks the door, asks VAPI some information, and gets this information and use them for the process. Let's say that's like a key that enters a door. Now we of course need to put some information here. The first one is a URL. To get the URL, go on VAPI documentation, VAPI docs, API reference, get a call. So this is the URL that we need. Copy the URL and paste it. Now make sure to delete the ID here, and we're gonna add the ID from VAPI. Cool. Then method is get, because we are getting informations. There are different functions for HTTP, but we ask for getting information for us. And then the other is authorization, and this is the permission that we are asking. So we are asking a permission, texting bearer, and then go back on VAPI, select your key, copy the key, and paste it here. So HTTP is asking for a permission. Then parse response, make sure to click yes and save. So now we are here. We need to create a route to split the module, the scenario into routes. So router, but first of all, let's run HTTP in isolation. So run this module, and for ID, we can just copy and paste the ID from VAPI. So close here, and then click here because we already run VAPI, and from output, you can see an ID here. This is the call ID, copy and paste it, right click here, run this module and ask you for an ID, copy and paste VAPI ID and run it. So it's working in isolation. Let's see what information HTTP module is giving to us. So output data, and then click on artifacts. Scroll down till you see structure outputs. So there are two sections. The first one is a summary that VAPI is giving us. The lead is looking to sell their property on and express frustration with the manual aspect. So all the summary of the call that we just did. And then the other section is success evaluation. So it's true. So the lead is interested. Perfect. So we have the information that we want. Now we're going to move this information through the scenario. The first one is that we're going to create a filter here called interested with this condition. So the condition is that we're going to select artifact, as always, structure outputs, and then we select that the summary, the result is this one. So it's true. Select the Boolean result. So the second section, result true, perfect, equal to true. So if the call was successful, you have to do these actions. If the call was not successful, so we can call it not interested. Here we have to select always the same, structure outputs, and then always here result true, but in this case equals to false, and save. So after creating the filter, we have to create where we want this information to go. So the first one is Airtable, update or record. Base is lead base 2, table lead context 2, record ID is the ID from the lead of Airtable, and then contacted on is now, and call summary, we're going to select the call summary, in this case not the Boolean result but the string result. So artifact, structure outputs, first one, result, so the call summary, and then interested, yes, we're interested, save. Airtable again, because we want to store also all the information even if the call was not successful. Update or record, as always, lead base 2, lead context 2, record ID is always the same. Contacted on is now. Call summary is, as always, the same. So it's this one, result, text. In this case, interested is no. Save. The last step is to add a module here for the Gmail, for the email that we're going to send to the lead asking for a free consultation, to book a free consultation. So send an email, Gmail. I already connected it to other recipient, and in this case, the email of the lead. For the subject, copy and paste. You can use this one. Next steps, let's schedule your consultation with Juan Blanco Real Estate. This is the subject of the email that you're going to send, that the automation is going to send to the lead, if he's qualified and if he's interested. And then this is the text. Hi, name, thank you for taking the time to speak with our team today. Based on our conversation, we would like to inform that we'd like to move forward and schedule a quick consultation to discuss your property goals, answer any question, and walk you through the next steps. Great. So you can save. We are all set. The scenario is done. Let's run it one more time to see the output. So I go back here and I just duplicate the lead. Back on make.com, I run the scenario. See what happened. Okay, I'm receiving the call.
Hey, this is Jacob calling on behalf of Juan Blanco Real Estate. It's now a good time to talk about your business need.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Thanks for picking up. So just to give you the quick overview, Juan Blanco Real Estate is all about helping people buy, sell, or invest in properties locally. The team handles pretty much everything from searching for the right spot to making sure closing goes smoothly, so you never have to figure it all out alone. Just to get a sense of what you're looking for, what sort of processes or tasks are you hoping to get help with, like buying, selling, or investing?
I want to sell my house.
Yeah, totally. Selling can feel like a lot sometimes. Is there anything specific about selling your house that's felt tricky, or just a ton of manual work for you right now?
Finding the right buyer.
Yeah, finding the right buyers can be a big hurdle for sure. Thanks for sharing that. Honestly, it sounds like there's a real opportunity here. Would it be helpful if I sent you an email to schedule a quick consultation just to talk through your goals, answer any questions, and walk you through the next steps?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. I'll get that sent over to the email we have on file. Really appreciate your time today and looking forward to showing you what we can do. Have a great one.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, great. So we did the call. Now we wait the delay to end, and we'll see the result. All right, so let's see. Perfect. So the results are correct. Everything is working. Let's see the output now on Airtable. So we can see here that we have the new section finally filled out. So contacted on, we have date, and then a call summary here for our team, for our CRM. And then, yeah, the lead is interested. It's qualified, and this is what happened in the call. And then we can also, this is the email just 0 minutes ago. Hi, Brando Copy. Thank you for taking the time to speak with our team today based on our conversation. And then there's a calendar link. So this is the build, guys. I hope it was clear. I tried to explain everything as I would like to be explained from someone else. Thank you for watching the video. Check out the next videos. I'm going to bring you other builds.